dear.
This is Wriggler.
Call me Riggs. I got you, darling. Don't worry, friend. We'll take good care of her. Welcome to Ward 13.
Hey, don't worry. Riggs is right. She'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Just a headache.
Hey, Clementine. Let me get you some water.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're not fine. You need rest.
Bo! He's the ward's mayor. Thinks that puts him in charge of everything and everyone. Listen, I'm gonna check in with Ford, and then I'll get some rest. Okay? I've been through a lot worse, you know.
So, Traveler, your friend will be fine. I'm Bo Ward, and this is Ward 13. You must have come a long way. I mean, the route's dwindling and all, but the road's still a dangerous place. What were you two doing out there? For the ward? Really? Huh. I didn't know anybody knew what we were doing here. We've just, we've been cut off from the world for so long that... Well, I'm surprised people know about us outside the gate. Feels kind of nice, actually. Hey, ask around if you need something. Oh, start with Ford. I'm sure he'd like to meet you. Something... Hey, I'm just glad we got to you, you know, when we did. You stirred up quite a deadwood nest. I haven't seen that many in one place for a long time. Oh, that was Wally. He gave us a heads up someone was coming. Then Clementine was the one that found you. They got a kind of, a root sense, I guess. And we figured where there were root gatherings, someone was likely to be in trouble. And there you were. Wally, Wallace, he has a way of seeing things. Always has. Wally's been with the ward since he was just a kid, and his seeing has saved a lot of lives. He's a good kid. Oh, the kind I'm damn grateful I don't, to be honest. He sees like the root. Sees what they see sometimes. The past, the future. Whew. All that knowing. Huh. It's a lot for someone to carry. You should ask him if you want to know more. I guess. I used to guard the old ward some 20 years ago. I helped out here and there, you know, but before Commander Ford passed, she and the founder, they kinda put me in charge. Well, maybe no one else wanted the job, I don't know, but the ward's the only family I've ever known. I'll do whatever it takes to keep these folks safe. Oh, thanks. I don't know, I guess I just take care of myself, eat right, get to sleep early, all that. Yeah, Commander Ford always said a leader can't care for anyone if they don't care for themselves. I'm just trying to live right. I reckon she learned it from the founder. He's been around for ages. Granddaughter, actually. Yeah, the founder wasn't around as much back in the day, but Commander Ellen was like a mother to me. To all of us from the old ward. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, that she's gone before he is. Yeah, but when our last hope fails, another must take its place. She used to say that, too. I couldn't say. Commander used to talk about him like he was dead and gone before I was born. You'd have to ask him yourself, I guess, but he ain't like the rest of us. He's seen a lot. Incredible, isn't she? Yeah, no one really understands how she does it, not even her. But the feel in the air after she blasts him like that, it's electric. Like the sun after a storm. She's something special, Traveler. And no small part of how we're as safe as we are. Between me and... Oh, I don't... Well, yeah, I mean, everyone cares about Clementine, right? I'm just... I mean, I don't Have you ever met anyone like her, Traveler? Because I haven't. Like, I haven't always been the bravest guy around, you know, but the way she fights for folks, no matter what it takes out of her, it makes me want to do better. I kind of want to make her proud, you know? I guess you could say she's my inspiration, maybe? Oh, but don't tell her I said that, though. I usually leave storytelling to Reggie. Or if you want some really wild tales, try Mudtooth. Now there's an old-timer who can twist a yarn. Yeah, people here are friendly if you give them a chance. Good luck.
That Donald. Always talking about getting out of here, sailing the sea. Yeah, you'll never catch me on a boat.
You sound so much like Brad sometimes.
Oh.
Doc Nora says she likes questions. Except when someone's real hurt, then I have to sit quiet.
You ever climbed to the top of that tower in the city? If you're
Do
looking
you-
for Founder Ford, I
do you wanna
usually
go up
see
there
him
and
over
show me?
at the warehouse. I don't know. Brad was the one who knew the way.
Right. That's too bad.
Hey, you're the newcomer, ain't you? Nora Camarillo. I keep folks alive around here. You know, you're lucky they found you when they did. Your friend was pretty bad. I got her just in time. She's great. A real spitfire, that one. I'd hang on to her if I were you. Not yet. She's asleep, and I'd like her to stay that way a spell. That girl's tough, all right. But right now, she needs rest. When she's up and about, I'll make sure you know. Sure thing. I'll be here if you need fixing.
That Donald. Always talking
Looking for
about getting
Ford?
out of here,
He's over in the warehouse. I'm sure he's got something going on. Always does.
Oh.
So many new faces these days. Things must be getting a mite easier out there. Welcome, traveler. I'm Reginald Malone, but my friends call me Reggie. You can too. Saw you come in with Bo and Clementine there. Oh, you can be sure they'll do everything they can for your friend. Ain't the first to come through here needing help. Getting right to business. I respect that. Only the best for my friends. Now, if you need supplies, old Reggie's your guy. Hello again. Keep your wits about you.
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you. What? No, of course not. Never seen you before in my life. I just figure you're you. You know? And I'm me, and that's where we are. So, what can old Mudtooth do for you, huh? Oh, ho, ho. You came to the right place, traveler. Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth, and ain't nobody been around longer or seen more than I have. Except maybe old Ford, of course, but that old mudder cheats. Anyway, he hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to see me, and that's my stories or my stew. Yeah. So, young'un, what'll it be? That so? Huh. Did I tell you about the stories yet? That one too, eh? Well, that's it, ain't it? My stories and my stew. Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2, and that's certain. Huh. Only 2 reasons folks come to see old Mudtooth, and you know both of them. I'm pretty sure your memory's slipping. Town, you call it. Back in my day, a place like this wouldn't be considered much more than a camp or a bivouac, you might call it. Nah, this ain't no town. Not yet. But it is a fine place to set up kip. I lived by myself for years, see? Had myself a what you calls it, a hockapatopter. That thing could fly to the moon and back. It could. Anywho, I was living by myself when my boy Brabus showed up saying we should move on. Told me it wasn't safe for me to be living like I've been living no more. He told me about this place. Got some nice people here. Took some getting used to, being around folks again. Well, Brabus, he's my son. 'Twere his idea to come join this little shanty town. Not a bad idea it was, neither. He's over yonder, at the shooting range, if you're looking to find him. Not much of a talker, though, that one. Guess he didn't get his old man's gift for gab, eh? Well, all right. Why, sure, but it ain't ready just yet. The lunch rush today was something fierce, I tell you. But I'll have some for you quicker than you can say crazy eight. Well, maybe not that quick. I done already said it, didn't I? Just come back in a while, I'll be sure to save you a bowl. I'll be seeing you then.
Ford? Oh, wish I had half the wherewithal that old man.
I see you, traveler. You're the one Ford's been waiting for, though he doesn't know he's been waiting. He thinks he needs help. It's her who needs it. You know, and you don't. Sorry, I shouldn't say. Things get messier when I tell them. I'm Wallace. Did I say that yet? Probably. The site, you know? Sorry, I probably said that already too. You have a path to walk. You choose the first step here, but your path can change if you want it to. Sense now. You're right, of course. Your path is waiting. Tell Brabus and McCabe I sent you. They have what you need. They're the next step on your journey. I'll see you again, traveler.
Greetings. Forgive me. I am not good with Paxeltech faces. Oh, it is new. I thought I had seen it before. So difficult to tell Paxeltech apart without hoof and horn. I am Sa Israk Thadwell. My Paxeltech name is Dwell. I sell wares crafted using refined crystals from my world. They make Paxeltech faster, stronger, more powerful. They help it defeat its enemies. And the prices are quite fair. Of course, Paxeltech. Ah, yes. I use only the purest crystals. Those the Ahane would keep for themselves. Beware the pet.
Well, ain't you a right mutter? Traipsing in here like you own the place. That boy what talks to the root? I don't trust Wally with a hot meal. But I also ain't dumb enough to cross him. I don't reckon he was any more specific. Psh, right. Well, the boy's crazy, but he ain't stupid. I can see your gear is, lacking, to say the least. If he asks, you tell him I gave you this. No charge. Riggs is gonna talk my ear off if I don't send you over to him next, isn't he? Fine. Go see Riggs, then. Tell him he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Up for discussion, Clementine. You're staying, and that's final.
I don't remember asking for your permission.
Watch your tone, young lady.
Excuse me?
Oh, friend.
I'm
Glad to see
132
you all right.
years old, in case
What can I
you
do
forgot.
for you?
And I am not your child.
That's right.
You don't
But
have
everybody
authority over
calls
me.
me Riggs.
On this, I do.
I try to keep
This
folks
town
safe
needs you.
out there.
You can't go wandering
My
off after
specialty
something
is
that
armor and weapons
that might
upgrades.
not even
Speaking
exist.
of which, Bo mentioned you might
that's
need
rich.
some help getting your feet
What
back
have you
under
been
you.
doing the last 100 years
whatever
then,
you
huh?
need. Don't be afraid
What the
to
hell are
ask.
you doing right
we
now?
all help each other out here.
That's different.
Even McKay.
I'm trying to fix things.
Things that you
I don't
broke when you
suppose
tried
he
to
was
play
more
God.
particular.
That was
about
Harsgard.
why.
I was just following orders. I didn't...
Oh, and that makes it
Yeah.
okay?
That sounds
You
like
know how many
Travis.
people died
Right.
because you
well,
just
I've got a
followed
pretty
orders?
focused
Of
skill
course I
set.
know.
I reckon
You think I
know
don't
what he
remember
means.
that every goddamn
Come
day?
to me if you ever need to
Trying to
upgrade
make
your
things right
equipment.
here.
So am I. You're such a damned hypocrite, Ford. If I leave, it's my fault. But you didn't break the world. You didn't run after a pipe dream. You didn't abandon your family 12 times over.
Look, I've made a lot of mistakes. I admit that. But it's because of
You know
those
where to
mistakes
find me.
that I'm telling you not to do the same thing.
Well,
swear to
forgive
God
me
and
if
my
I don't
mother.
want to take advice from the men who fucked up the world in
You're
the first
serious,
place.
aren't you? All right.
I'm not
so
your dreamer
what the hell is this
anymore.
journey?
Maybe I've got
Damn
my own
right, it
mission.
sounds crazy.
These people need
that's
you,
how I know you ain't
Clementine.
lying.
You're
Only
too
Wally would do that to a
important
person.
just...
Every person out there
The only
is
reason
capable of
anyone
taking care
bothers
of
me is
themselves.
because I'm good with a hammer.
This isn't about them.
So either I can
It's about
modify your
you.
weapons,
You've always
or we
run
can
away
find a
from
more
your
creative
problems,
use
but
for
you
it.
won't let me run toward
what.
something.
I heard you
What
picked up
are you
something
so
strange on your
goddamned
little
afraid
jaunt
of?
earlier.
I'm
Maybe
losing
I can
you!
do something with it.
Losing them! Losing everything!
I've already lost everything. You took it from me. You, Neville, Harsgard.
There. That ought to help with
Oh,
whatever
goddamn
journey he
project.
saw you on. Just tell Wally to be more specific next time, yeah?
I
So
don't
we're done
belong
here,
here.
right? Or do I need the
I
hammer
never
again?
did.
Let me save you
tired
some
of
time so you don't
pretending
keep
I do.
nattering on. We used to live in that building over there. Then a stranger came. We called them
You
the
put
Wanderer.
yourself through a lot
You might have
today.
noticed everyone gets a handle
tired.
here. Anyway,
Get some
they
rest.
show up and stop the route. Now
Things
we
will
live
feel
in
better
these
tomorrow.
buildings here. That clear it up for you? And me?
You know how I
keep it real simple.
You know I used to look
Less
up
to worry
you.
about that way.
The way you seem strong enough to
Pisses me
save
off when
the
people
world.
come by and interrupt
Except
my
I've
me
already
time.
saved it.
But
Haven't I?
I'll tell you what.
And what have
You're
you
clearly
done?
not the average stray that shows up here. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting out there, bring
I
it back
can't
to
let
me
you go
and
near
I'll
that
see if I
place,
can use it to
Clementine.
mod your weapons. Okay?
That's
I
an
am
order.
already regretting all of this.
You haven't learned a damned thing, Ford. Out of my way.
Oh, traveler. How's everything? Lots of nice folks here. Stay safe, traveler.
Not now.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the Traveler, of course. Wallace said yes, right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families Fight, Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh. Huh, how about that? I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk, and some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a big world out there. It's a great answer, just not a full one. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number, but I knew someone was coming. Aren't you clever? Skeptic. That's fine. It so happens I knew you'd be coming today. Or I hoped. Our young Wallace told me. Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like somebody I used to know. She had bad dreams too. Dreams about things that hadn't yet come to pass. If you can find me someone who can explain it better, bring him in. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources, and then we'll get into it in earnest. Anyone in particular? Compared to who? Bo might be young, but he knows the run of a ward. Learned from the best. He was orphaned, just a kid. Ward 13 sort of adopted him. Ran security when he got old enough. Did a damn good job of it. Only made sense to put him in charge once we started up here. Arguing's not the same as fighting. Clem and I have known each other longer than anyone else here. That's a lot of water to put under a narrow bridge. Looks can be deceiving. In fact, she's 132 years old. Not quite. Clementine spent a long time away, keeping strange company. Something like that will change you. Don't think there's a soul in town has lost as much as Riggs. Don't know how that man gets up out of bed every day. But he does, and we're damn thankful. I'm sure I can get you up to speed. Well now, listen. I'm in need of an able young scrapper. And you look like you're already about as able as you can get. I need some help down in the old ward. If you're up for it, meet me down by the ward gate in a few minutes. I'll be waiting, traveler.
Climb to the top of that tower in the city.
Your friend's super sick, huh? What happened to her? Doc Nora can fix her. She fixes everything.
Do you want to go up there?
I don't know.